Hey everybody, what's up y'all? Welcome back to my channel, Tammy Talks here. Love and Marriage Huntsville premiered season 6, episode 1 tonight, a halt and a prayer. New people in the intro, other people are gone. Mama's getting too involved in people's business, people whining over friendships in their 30s. Rinse and repeat, but let's talk about it, y'all. So, from what we can see in the intro, Kiki is now a official member of the show. Stormy and Courtney, her husband Courtney, are now official members. Destiny is seemingly gone. Destiny might have been reduced down to a friend of the show. We can use the terminology friend of the show because the way that these sequences went and the transitions went, it was very much giving Housewives. Carlos, we see what you're doing, babe. We already know you do all the recaps for Housewives. Got you. So it starts off with Melanie is going to check in on Kimmy. So she says she wants to check in on her, even though they've been conversing, communicating on social media. They have not really seen each other since the reunion. So Melody already is going to be annoying about who she's dating. Kimmy's asking her about your birthday. I see you were out of town. You were in Vegas. Melody, her confessional was like, who I date and what I do, that's my personal business. Girl, stop it. Stop it. It's basic conversation. Nobody cares that damn much but your stance. It's basic. I just, don't be annoying about it. You can just say, I don't want to really talk about who I'm dating on the show at this time. Literally all you have to do, Mel. So, but Maurice is saying how he wants Kimmy to start relaxing a little bit more. And Melody is like, this is, as long as I've known her, she always has, 3, 4, 5 different jobs. That is Maurice's problem. But Kimmy wants to have like a little party, kickback, get together, celebration, whatever you want to call it, because she has finished her chemo. So she wants to, commemorate and celebrate getting this far in the process. So Melody offers to throw the party for her. So that way she doesn't have to deal with the stress of it all. Maurice is happy. Kimmy is happy. We get the party. And Melody is stepping in to be the friend that she is. So Kimmy does point out that, Melody has been a really good friend to her throughout this entire thing. And she's really been there for her. So Melody is like, okay, so I'll take care of everything for you. Who do you want me to invite? Yada, yada, yada. Kimmy is like, well, who I would invite is different than who you would invite because, based off of what happened at the reunion, Melody said, you know what? This is your event. Whoever you want is who will be there. So they do like a mock phone call. They do a mock phone call. And Kimmy is like giving pushback, giving the fever the same way she's anticipating that like a Destiny or a Tisha or a Stormy would do or a Martell. And Melody handled it with grace and ended it with, and God bless you on your journey. I was like, what? But I guess that's like her slogan because she has that on later in the episode. So it's going to go, I think it's going to go smoothly considering that it is for Kimmy. Nobody should have a problem. It doesn't matter who's calling, you're getting the invitation. So we panned over to Martell. Martell is getting a massage. So he talks about how he loves when women touch his body. We know. So his mom comes in, Miss Merlene. Super loud for no reason. I don't want to call her ghetto, so I'm going to say super loud. And while they're talking, Sheree conveniently calls. Wow. Well, it seems like they're filming in Portugal with Housewives because she's with Sanya. Okay. Coincidentally, right at that moment. So Sheree is asking to get flued in. Bye, Sheree. Bye, Sheree. So Martell brings up the reunion and Carlos saying that he misses Melody and his family. And Martell admits that he does miss his family. We know. You didn't have to admit anything to us. We knew that already. So he said he saw Melody at one of the kids' Christmas programs and they had a little talk and they agreed that they're going to pray so that they can get to a better place where they're more cordial so they can co-parent more efficiently. That the energy that they're exuding towards each other, if we can see the tension, we know that the kids can feel the tension. So they want to get to a better place. He said this, but she has not come around to that as of yet. Now, I don't pay attention to everything that happens on social media with Love and Marriage Huntsville, because it's too much. It's too much. It is way too much. So I only know what's happening on the show. I tune off from anything that happens with these people in the blogs. So Martell tells his mom that he wants to go to therapy, counseling, because he wants to dig deeper to find out how he can be an even better person. Now, Miss Marlene is one of those old Black people that does not believe in therapy, that does not believe in counseling. So she's on that hoe. Ain't nothing wrong with you. You're a good man. That's a good man, Savannah. But we know that Miss Marlene is an enabler. And Miss Marlene is toxic in the way that she enables and props up and does not hold her son accountable, even in the biggest moments, the most glaring moments. She doesn't hold him accountable. So he's standing firm and saying that he just wants to see what he can do to be a better person. That's all. So Martell said that the kids go to counseling. Miss Marlene gets started again where they might need to go because their mama is talking about you, and it's like, Miss Marlene, you get Martell hyped up. So you get on camera and then you say all this shady stuff, but then if you're in front of Melody, it's all about, oh, we want to be family and stuff like that. Keep all these damn mamas off the show. Get everybody's mother off the show because the mothers are the issue. The mothers are the issue and the catalyst for a lot of the drama that is on here. So we get Stormy and Courtney. So now that they're official members, we're going to get some scenes with her familial unit. So they're cooking dinner. She was cooking like a huge amount of pork chops. She had like 8. So they're having a conversation about Stormy stopping breastfeeding. So they have a son named Chess. I didn't catch how old the baby was. I'm going to assume like 1-ish, maybe 1.5, closer to 2. And Courtney is like, you see that? That man is eating meat. He eating a whole gourmet meal. He eating steak. So basically, he wants Stormy to stop breastfeeding. He said, as parents, it is your due diligence, your responsibility to wean the child off of that. Stormy said that she might want to breastfeed until he is 3, and he was like, ain't gonna happen. So she then mentions wanting to breastfeed all their children. He was like, oh, what children? We not having no more. So we get this back and forth between the two of them where apparently Stormy had a very rough, traumatic delivery. So they were saying, I guess there was a lot of blood coming out. It was bad. And because of that, Courtney does not want any more kids because he doesn't want her to put herself through that. Apparently, Stormy initially said because it was so traumatizing and she probably got so sick and, could have been close to, checking out. She did not want to have more kids either. But now she's saying, well, we can have a surrogate. And he was like, no. And I don't want to talk about it no more. She was like, we have to talk about it. You need to give me a reason. He said, I don't have to give you a reason at all. I said, I think you would want to give her a reason why you don't want more kids, but I feel like his reason was, you had a very traumatic delivery. That's, a good enough reason, I would think, for him to not want to put her through that again. As far as a surrogate, he said he doesn't want to have another woman carrying his child. I have nothing against surrogates, but I don't judge people that don't want to, you know what I mean, deal with a surrogate. So we have Melody sitting down with her kids and they're making some hot chocolate. The kids are all cute. Kids are all super cute. They were like, I want an iPhone 14 for Christmas. Daddy said I'm responsible enough to get one. And Melody is like, oh, okay. So they're like, well, we're going to ask Santa. I said, not an iPhone 14. Kids are so advanced nowadays. They be knowing the numbers and I bet they want a Pro Max too. So once the kids start, go get cleaned up and exit scene, we done got the cuteness we need from y'all. She starts calling people for this party. Now, she pulls out a trap phone, the flip phone, because she does not want people to have her phone number. Whatever. She don't want people to have her phone number. I just think people do too much with that bullshit with, don't have my phone number, here's my trap phone. What you think they gonna do, play on your phone? But okay. So she calls Tiffany. It's very smooth. She then calls Tisha, and Tisha was like, okay. Like, Tisha was acting like Melody would be calling to, like, cuss her out. I would think that somebody that you don't typically talk to, that you have just a working relationship with, if they're calling, it's for a very specific reason. It's not to shoot the shit with you, Tisha. So Tisha says in her confessional that it was an unpleasant surprise. What makes you think it was pleasant for Melody? That's what I mean about Tisha. Like, I just kind of feel like Tisha does the absolute most for no reason, just to try to have a moment. And I feel like it always falls flat for her. It does. It's just something about Tisha that just, ugh. That is the best way I can describe it, but as ugh. So she then calls Stormy. And Stormy kept saying, Who? Who is this? Who is this? This your new number? Girl, it don't matter. It's Mel. You're talking to Melody. So so then Melody's in her confessional. I'm sorry, Stormy's in her confessional, and she's like, it's weird because she's calling me from a number that I don't know, and we haven't spoken in a few months. We're gonna get to this whole haven't spoken in a few months. But I'm tired of everybody on the show acting like Melody has to call them every single day. Do y'all talk to anybody else every day? I just kind of feel like I'm 38, Melody's 37. I have a couple friends that I talk to very frequently, but I have a lot of friends that I do not talk to every day, every week, or even every month. It is weird. So she calls Martell. Martell was shocked and flustered, and he thought she was calling to talk about last night and about this prayer. She don't want to talk about the prayer, Martell. She don't want to talk about the prayer. So we get Stormy talking to her mom. Already don't like her mom's energy. It's given. I watch a lot of reality TV. I want to replace Miss Wanda because maybe I can come in and be a little less ghetto, but just as abrasive, and I can get a fan base too. It's given very much fake, and I just want to be on TV. But let's talk about her. So her mom has moved into the guest house to help her take care of Chess, who was her son. Stormy is saying that working, she has Canvas Beauty, and she said working full time with Canvas Beauty is like you can't have your son running through the warehouse, right? So she tells her mom that Courtney does not want to have any more kids, and she's saying how she's shocked, and her mom was like, he's probably traumatized, and it probably takes him to, back to a memory that was very traumatic and emotional and draining for him. So it's just probably really hard for him to say that. And Stormy is acting dense as fuck about it. And she's like, oh, so it's okay for my feelings to be hurt? None of that is what your mama said. How did you get that? Well, like, I feel like Stormy is going to try to have a moment this season because she wants to solidify her spot on the show because it gives Canvas Beauty a bigger audience. Canvas Beauty is big, right? It's in Target. I think it's in Walmart. It's in all these different retailers. I think it's on Amazon. We see the ads pop up on Facebook. But this is a bigger platform that is going to directly target her demographic. So her mom is like, well, tell him he won't get any more pound cake. He gonna have to get up off of that, not want any more kids. I'm like, your mama just flipped so quickly. Okay. So her mom was like, well, Stormy tells her mom, I won't, you need to stay out my business. Like, they're like joking. And her mom was like, your business is my business. Stormy's like, yeah, because you've been in my business on social media. And now I'm going to feel the brunt of this. I'm going to, this is all going to come down on me. So her mom has been doing a lot with Melody online. I got wind of some of this, but never looked into it because it truly did not care. But her mom would watch the show, much like Miss Wanda, read things on social media, much like Miss Wanda, and she would go in and attack Melody for it. Mama just wanted to be on TV. And it seems like the beeline to getting on Love and Marriage Huntsville is to talk about Melody, and that's the quickest way for y'all to get on TV. Because Carlo, apparently, even though Melody is supposed to be the star, you bring any and everybody on here that wants to have beef with her, aside from Martell's baby mama. So her mom is like, I was just protecting you, and I'm not going to let anybody do anything to you and talk down upon you. And at the age that Stormy is, I'm assuming Stormy is in her middle 30s. At the age that Stormy is, she does not need you to fight her battles online. Like, you just sounded dumb with that, Miss Bet. I'm sorry, but you did. So then her mom is like, are you friends with Melody? Stormy looked like, why you ask me that on camera? Because now I have to answer. That's the look that she gave her mama. It wasn't like she was shocked that her mom would ask her or that she didn't want to answer. She didn't think her mom would ask on camera. But that means that you and your mama been talking shit about Melody off screen, and your mama said, I'm big and bad, and I'm going to ask it on camera. That's what that look was, Stormy. So Stormy was like, we haven't talked in months, and that was kind of before the reunion. Her mom was like, I never liked Melody's energy, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Your daughter's old enough to make her own decision on who she wants to hang out with, who she wants to be friends with, who she wants to have in her space. So Stormy is like, we haven't talked. She said we were going to, but it's been a couple months and we just haven't talked yet. So her mom is like, oh, she's doing you how she did Destiny. Stormy mama. So Stormy is like, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I match energy. We're too old to be matching energy. We're too old to be matching energy. Just because you feel somebody might be acting a way towards you, don't mean that you have to be tit for tat with that person back. The childishness of it all. So Miss Beck tells her that if they are not adding value to you, what good are they to you anyways? If a friendship, a person, an associate is not adding value to your life, what good is it anyways? What good is it? So we get Kimmy's party. Tisha came in all that fucking red and pink, just looking like a big Valentine's Day, like candy heart. Oh. So Stormy said that she has not talked to anybody since the reunion. Any of these people since the reunion, but it's only an issue about Mel. She's only mad about Melody. Maybe she was closer to Melody, but if you haven't talked to anybody since the reunion, what is the big deal? So she said that everyone in here is talking like Norma, I don't do fake shit. See, Stormy, you don't understand that these are your coworkers, babe. These are not your friends. These are your coworkers. So when the cameras are rolling and when we're filming, we're all going to hang out and talk and have meetings and go to coffee and do all these extra things. But when the cameras are off and it's the off season, peace. I won't see y'all. And I feel like Stormy, because this is Stormy's like first real season, she just doesn't understand that. It's okay, babe. You will understand soon enough. So Martell is asking Melody about the prayer, and Melody is like, I forgot about the prayer. He's like, why you doing this to me? Don't do this at this party. This is not the event for this. This is not the event for this. With Kimmy's friends and family and loved ones there that are not on this TV show to act the fool with y'all. Let's not do that. So Kimmy lets everybody know how the doctor didn't see anything after she finished her chemo. So it looks like the cancer might be gone. This cancer coming in clear. We're still going to have the surgery to remove the tumor. And we are still going to go through radiation. But everything is looking great so far. So kudos to everybody. The event looked nice. I didn't know that they were doing like simulators. I thought they were going to be in like a Top Golf. Like a real Top Golf situation. But it was a cute little event. Kudos to Melody for, putting their pride to the side, calling everybody for it. But I feel like everybody shows up when it's Kimmy. Everybody is able to come together for Kimmy. So then we have Stormy pull Melody to the side. And she wants to know what's up with the two of us. Melody was like, we cool. Stormy is like, but we don't talk. Melody was like, I haven't been talking to anybody. She's like, yeah, I know that. But so if you know she hasn't been talking to anybody, what's the problem? Didn't we hear Melody say the past couple years after the reunion that she takes a break from everybody on the show? We've heard that before, right? After the reunion, Melody says that she takes a break from everybody on the show. So for you to say we haven't talked, Melody says I haven't talked to anybody, and then you turn all the way around and say, I know, but... So she's like, but I was texting you, and Melody was like, oh, I changed my number. So she was like, you didn't text, you like, if I didn't respond back, you didn't try to call or anything. And Stormy was like, well, I didn't call because, we text. We text big. So Melody is like, yeah, so if I'm not responding back to you, why didn't you DM me? Stormy takes offense to that. I'm not going to DM somebody. I'm not going to DM somebody. And Melody was like, so Stormy says in her confessional, that was when I knew that things had changed because my friend would never change their number and then tell me to DM them. I see what Stormy is saying, but on the flip, if you're contacting her, you know that she hasn't talked to anybody. If you're texting somebody that typically always texts you back, and you don't bother to pick up the phone and call that person or even reach out on Instagram and be like, yo, what's good with your phone or something like that, what are you bitching about? I would never take the side of a 30-plus-year-old person that is literally whining because they haven't talked to somebody for a couple of months. Have you called her? And I'm not even like a Melody stan or fanatic or what they call themselves, the mellometers or whatever, but like, am I the only one that thinks that's crazy? We're too old for this. You got a whole husband, a child, and a whole business, and you're worried about somebody else that has a business and 4 children not calling you, like not reaching out and talking to you for a couple of months. Both y'all asses are busy. Y'all are busy. Let me know what you guys thought about this first episode. I will catch you guys in the next one. If you have not already, subscribe to the channel, thumbs up the video, and catch you guys in the next one.